Hey guys, it's Amy here and today I bring you my September favourites. So we're a little bit late with this month's favourites video, but I did have favourites last month, so I'm going to share them with you anyway. To kick things off, as this is a bookish channel, we will start with my favourite book of September, and this will be no surprise to you if you watched my wrap-up for September. It is Eating Animals by Jonathan Safran Foer. This is a non-fiction book. It's Jonathan documenting his journey into becoming a vegetarian and his research into so many different fields to do with why you might become a vegetarian. So he looks into factory farming, it's all based in America, factory farming, diseases that come from animal and kind of factory farm based setting. He looks at all different types of meat, so he goes from like chicken and pork and beef and fish and all the different kind of things that you may put into your body at some point in your life. So it's just incredibly interesting, incredibly hard-hitting. Some parts of the book I literally just had to put it down because it was just like, it really struck a nerve with me, and I was in tears like throughout this book. It was just wonderfully written. Jonathan Safran Foer has a wonderful way of getting across his point of view, and what I loved was that it wasn't preachy at all. Like, I didn't feel like I was being told I had to be a vegetarian, although I may be biased because I am already a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for the last 6 months, so I, obviously am reading this book in the mind that I have already become a vegetarian, so I don't know if you are a meat eater how you would react to this book. I don't know if you would feel it is very preachy. Like, I personally didn't feel like it was, because he very much got the point of view of so many different people. Like, he went and interviewed people who worked in slaughterhouses, and he had like people who were working on like more ethical beef farms and things like that. So I think he very much got like a rounded view of it. And actually Jonathan Safran Foer was a meat eater through most of his life. Like, he kind of only wrote this book when he solidly became a vegetarian for good. So I found it to be a wonderful book, and I would highly recommend to all, whether you are a meat eater or not. Like, I think you should have some understanding of where your meat comes from, especially if you are going to be kind of passing that on to your children or like whoever. When I was a child, I had no option about what I was eating because I was just given it, whereas like now I can very much make the decision for myself whether I choose to buy into an industry which is full of suffering and destroys the planet. So yeah, there we go. Let's move on. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. That was a bit heavy for a first favourite. I apologise. Moving on to my favourite film of the month, I went and saw Bridget Jones's Baby at the cinema, and it was hands down the funniest film I have seen at the cinema in such a long time. I had such a good time watching it. It was just brilliant. If you don't know what Bridget Jones is, if you haven't seen any of the films, I don't know where you've been hiding, but it's a very kind of quintessential British girl chick flick. I hate chick flick, that like saying, but that's essentially what it is. Like, when I was at the cinema, it was just a sea of women watching this film, and we were all like hysterically laughing. It was just brilliant. Bridget in this film is like a lot older, and she is having a baby, and it's just wonderful. Like, it's a really, like, she's such an endearing character. Like, you can't help but just want to love her and want to like help her through all of her problems, because she has quite a few of them. It's just brilliant. Like, I implore anyone who hasn't seen any of the Bridget Jones like films, go and watch them. They're just such an enjoyable thing to do. Music for this month, one you may be surprised by, I guess. Like, I don't know if I even really have ever spoken about my love for this musician, artist, I don't know what you'd even call them, rapper, Eminem. Eminem is my favourite music this month. I adore Eminem. I have loved Eminem since I was like a little girl. Like, I remember my dad getting an album of Eminem when I must have been about 7 or 8, and like my mum telling me, like absolutely telling me off, saying that I was not allowed to listen to this music because it was like bad and naughty and like I shouldn't listen to the words and stuff, and obviously that made me want to listen to it more, so I did. And ever since then I have absolutely had like a soft spot in my heart for Eminem. Not like so much his newer stuff, like I don't think I've ever even listened to his like new album, but like that old stuff I absolutely adore. I've been listening to like Curtain Call Hits, which is like my favourite album of his because it's got all my favourite songs on, and this month that's all I've been listening to every single day, and I know like all of the words. Moving on to my favourite TV show this month, and to be honest I haven't actually watched any other TV apart from The Great British Bake Off. Oh my god, it's so good. I love this TV show, and I'm so sad that it's now not going to be on the BBC, although whatever Mary Berry, Sue and Mel are making, that's what I'm going to be watching, because Paul Hollywood, yes, you can be bought by Channel 4, we don't care about you, you can go over there. Everyone else is going to be going with Mary Berry. I just want Val to come back. If you're a Great British Bake Off fan, do let me know down below. Moving on to just a random category of just a random thing that I like this month. Moisturiser from Cath Kidston. This is Meadow Posy flavour, scent, not flavour, but it looks like this. I hope you can see that. But I adore this hand cream. Like, I buy it in little bottles as well. You can get like little tubes of it, which I just carry around in my purse. But what I love is that, like, this hand cream, like when you rub it in, it doesn't like leave your hand feeling like you've got loads of stuff caked over it. It just sinks in wonderfully and it smells lovely. So yeah, if you're looking for a new hand cream, Cath Kidston's where it's at. Meadow Posy, it's wonderful. Two more things to share with you. My YouTuber of the month, my favourite kind of channel that I've been watching like non-stop throughout the month, is a kind of new-ish but not newish one to me, because I watched this guy years and years and years ago and then stopped, and this kind of last month I've been watching his videos every single day, and that's Philip DeFranco. He has millions of subscribers, so I wouldn't be surprised if you already know who this guy is, but what I love about this channel and what like he brings is, so basically he's a like news kind of guy. Like he shares internet news and just news throughout the kind of world and America mainly, because that's where he's based. But what I like is that although I don't agree with half of the things that he says, like he brings it in such a kind of energetic and fun way, and just like he leaves that conversation open for anyone to kind of jump in and give their opinion, and that's what I really like. Like he doesn't just like blast his own opinion the whole time. He really gets his like commenters and his fans and whatever you want to call them, his subscribers, to involve themselves in the discussions, and he really discusses like so many really interesting things like from across the internet. And to be honest, if I didn't watch these like videos, I don't think I would know half of the things that he was talking about, because like I don't watch American news, so I don't know what's happening in America half the time. But like I like just having that little snippet in my day of like things that I probably wouldn't know about if I didn't watch his videos. And finally, my thing that I'm looking forward to in October, which we are already in right now, is that I'm going on holiday. So I mentioned last month that I would possibly be going on holiday, but I wasn't putting all my eggs in the basket because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to or not. I am. We're going on holiday. In fact, we're going on holiday in a couple of days. So yes, I will be in Corfu. I'm pre-filming some videos so that you have something to watch while I'm away. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, then you will see my adventures in Corfu. So there we are. Those are all my favourites for September. Do let me know what you have been enjoying this month. Please speak to me in the comments. I would love to chat to you. As always, I will leave links to Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, everything I've mentioned today down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye! Gritty, grimy Georgian London, quite like dank and dark, and the story just pairs with that setting fantastically because it's very dark and gruesome and